Órale, Cholo Trucker here, los tres chingones, boxing shots to all the chingones y chingonas. And I just want to talk a little bit about the big hype fights, man, that were going on over the weekend on the zone, the big, finger quotes, the big, YouTube crossover fights, whatever the heck you want to call them. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it just a little bit right here, man. So Logan Paul goes into the fight with already a little beat up. If you guys could see the right side of his face on in the weigh-ins, or no, it was at the press conference, one of those two, I forgot. He got hit with a bottle because that's the whole build up to this was like it was crazy, right? So he gets hit with a microphone or a bottle or something like that. He gets cut open and he's got that nice little shiner on the on the right side of his face, right by his eye there. So it's a 6-round fight. This Dylan Dennis dude has talked a gang of masa. I'm talking about like, damn, dog. I haven't heard anybody talk masa like this for a fight ever. Tell you the truth, man. I thought my outcome was bad, but nah, dog, this guy really crossed the line. So I'm like, all right, cool, and look, truth be told, I said it before, man, I'm a big wrestling fan. Logan Paul's all over wrestling. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna root for him, man. So I did want him to win the fight, especially with all the masa that this other fool. I got no idea who he is. I don't know who he is. Okay. Apparently he's an MMA guy, but more known for his jiu-jitsu. Okay, so striking isn't really his thing, but I guess he's an MMA guy. So this was pretty much the entire fight, what you see right here. Dylan Dennis didn't really throw any punches. He just kind of puts his guard up. He kept moving forward for the most part. There were times that Logan Paul did back him up with a couple of good chingazos. He did catch him a little bit here and there, stunned him a little bit, but I don't think Dylan Dennis was ever really like, wobbly legs. He got tagged a time or two, but pretty much, man, he just put his guard up. And every now and then he'll take a nice little haymaker and Logan Paul will make him miss. A lot of showboating. Dylan Dennis was definitely getting very frustrated. He drops on the ground to see if Logan Paul will chase him down. He's doing the whole DX thing. And then at the end of the fight, okay, is the 6th round. You've definitely lost the fight. All right. There's no ands if or buts about it. You definitely lose the fight. And you get Logan Paul in a headlock. Okay, you get Logan Paul in a headlock. Well, you get a point taken away from you because I think it was the round before that you try to wrestle him down. And it doesn't work. You didn't even take him down. Okay, last round, last 10 seconds, you hear the click. You get Logan Paul into a headlock. You try to take him down and you failed again. So both times that you try to take this dude down, you failed. Logan Paul throws a chingazo at you. The round is over. The fight's over. He's walking to his corner. Dylan Dennis gets up, wants to keep on fighting. Oh, now he's all hyped up. Now he really wants to throw it down. Now he's got this extra energy. Like, oh, now it's on. Now it's on. Now he wants to start throwing punches. Fool, cut it out, homie. You had 6 rounds, dog. You had 6 rounds. Where was that energy at? You try to take Logan Paul down with a headlock. You don't succeed. And then you get up and it's like, oh, man, now I got all this energy. Now let's throw it down. Now I'm ready. Let's handle it. You had 6 rounds and you did nothing. Nothing. You took a little ass whooping. Your face shows it. The shiner that's on Logan Paul wasn't even from the fight. It was from the day before or 2 days before that. Security's over there. They're, holding you back and everything. Logan Paul, homie, he just stands up on the corner and starts celebrating with the crowd. This Dylan Dennis dude, I don't know who he is, Holmes, but this fool is a straight clown. A straight clown, homie. I'm glad Logan Paul won this fight. I'm glad. I was gonna say whooped his ass. I don't know if he whooped his ass, but he definitely beat him. That's for damn sure. But this Dylan Dennis dude, homie, if you're the real fighter, you're a straight douchebag, homie, straight clown. Speaking of clowns, straight douchebags, we go to the main event with Tommy Fury and KSI. Hey, look, check this out, dog. I'm not gonna be biased on here. Okay, yeah, I did want KSI to win because I think Tommy Fury's a clown. And people might think that this is my bias. But if you guys watch this, hey, Holmes, KSI won this fight. And there was a point deduction. This was a 6-round fight. KSI definitely won the first round. He won the second round by 2 points, by the way, because there was a point deduction. How the heck did they get this to give this to Tommy Fury? Tommy Fury, you're supposed to be the real, actual boxer. And you go toe to toe with these so-called YouTubers who you say they're not real fighters. If they're not real fighters, dog, how are these fools standing up at the end of the fight? How are these guys not getting at the very least, knocked down or wobbled? No, you didn't even wobble KSI. You didn't even wobble Jake Paul either. You were standing there all nervous. And another thing, dog, another thing, okay? If you're calling yourself the true fighter and all these YouTubers are just a bunch of punk-ass fools, dog, that ain't real fighters, why are you celebrating at the end of the fight? Why are you over there freaking crying and jumping on the corner and hugging everybody? Like you just became undisputed champion or something. I mean, this dude starts celebrating, dog, like he just won the Super Bowl. Serio, I'm not exaggerating. Like, what are you so proud of yourself for, dog? If you yourself are saying that these fools are low-hanging fruit and you want to get rid of them, hey, dog, what's with all the overexcited celebration that you're doing? And you did not win this fight. You did not win this fight. KSI won this fight. Now, going back to this one, the Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul won the fight. I'm glad Michael Buffer said what he said. He said that all the judges had it for Logan Paul. So he was going to win the fight regardless, but they went ahead and disqualified Dylan Dennis. And I think he did that on purpose because he wanted to get disqualified so he could say, oh, I was winning the fight, but I got disqualified. No, that's why I'm glad Michael Buffer pointed out that the judges, all 3 judges, had Logan Paul winning the fight, that he won the fight, regardless of the disqualification. And this dumbass over here, he actually lost the fight. And he's over there celebrating, dog. Like, what the are you doing? So, I mean, it was fun, man. It was kind of on like in the background for me. It's not like I was really engaged and paying attention to it like that. It wasn't until a little bit later I went ahead and paid a little more attention to it. But I mean, for what it was all right. You know, look, Holmes, look, I don't even know how much money it was. I didn't pay for it, but hopefully it wasn't too much. But for what it was supposed to be, hey, I guess it was okay. The 2 fighters on this card, you know, the two that are actually supposed to be fighters, those vatos were the biggest douchebags in all of this. They really were. You're over there talking about like, oh, these YouTubers are disrespecting the sport. Hey, Holmes, I'm gonna be real. In all reality, the 2 YouTubers were a little bit more respectful to the sport than you fools were. So, you know, what happens with this? Is there a rematch with this? I'm not really sure. I wouldn't mind if there is a rematch. Hopefully, this just on regular DAZN. Hopefully, they don't do any pay-per-view or anything like that. Hopefully, it's just regular DAZN. Logan Paul, he's done. At the end of the fight, badass. He calls out Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship, which is badass. I'm a big WWE fan. Shout out to Wrestling Rehab. That's my wrestling channel. And he's a damn good wrestler, too. I'm just being real. He's a damn good wrestler. You know, or do we see Logan Paul get in there with Tommy Fury at some point? But look, Tommy Fury lost his fight. He lost this fight, dog. This fool is an idiot. Oscar De La Hoya, I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching, Oscar, because now people somewhat know who Tommy Fury is. If you want to get Zurdo Ramirez in a fight with a somewhat notable fighter, not a good fighter. Oh, no, not a good fighter, but a somewhat notable fighter. You put him in there against Tommy Fury. Zurdo will whoop his ass. He would whoop his ass. Tommy Fury's talking about he wants to, get in there with real fighters now. Okay, wait, there you go. But this fool's an idiot, dog. And by the way, this Dylan Dennis dude, I don't want to be too hard on him because you know what? Mentally, I think there's something wrong with the guy. And I'm not joking around. Honestly, man. And I'm being very honest and sincere here. I think there is something mentally wrong with him. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be too surprised if we hear that he takes his own life. I'm not talking about because he lost. I'm just talking about his mental health. This guy needs help mentally. I'm not joking around. I'm being serious. I see something mentally wrong with this guy. But outside of that, man, look, congratulations to Logan Paul. You actually did win the fight. And by the way, you actually showed up to fight. Unlike Dylan, you actually showed up to fight. And as far as the main event, hey, look, KSI won that fight, but oh well, man. Tommy Fury, if you don't have another YouTube fight, nobody knows who you're fighting. Nobody knows you, dog. Outside of these fights, nobody knows who the hell you are. So you better hope there's some other YouTuber that you can fight. And if not, Oscar, like I said, I hope you're watching. You want Zurdo Ramirez to have just a known name under his belt, put him in there against Tommy Fury. But anyway, that's about it, man. Look, I tip my cap off to KSI and to Logan Paul. Both of those dudes showed up and look, they came to fight, man. They came to fight for what they know. They came to fight. It was the two finger quotes, the two actual fighters that I thought were the idiots in all of this. So, I mean, Tommy Fury, rabbit punches, he had to get a point deducted in the second round, too. Anyways, man, I'm done with all this. All right. Hey, Cholo Choco, Los Tres Chingones Boxing. I'll catch you guys on next one.